Yes.
Okay, guys, I'll start it again. Okay, so I was trying to make you guys understand the, uh, maps, what exactly maps are. So let me just quickly start. Okay, so map, as I said, map is nothing but it is a key value pair. Okay, key is always unique. Okay, it's a key value pair. Key is always unique. Like you had said, similarly, key is also considered as a unique values. Then once you collect it, it would be set. And values can be duplicate. Values can be duplicate. Okay. Then further, there are functions. There are functions for map. So which is okay. The key set. It is a set of keys. Okay. Set of keys means collection of keys. Second, values. So function will have bracket, guys. Okay. Remember, for every function, you will see common brackets ending with common bracket. Okay. This will be a list of values. Okay. This will get list of values. Get list of values from map. This function will help. Okay. This function will help you to get a set of values, get a set of values, okay, from the map. Similarly, you have the third function as put, okay. So this function help you to, okay, insert data in the map, okay. Insert data in the map, okay. This is put. Next is, apart from put, you have contains key. Okay. Contains key. As the name says, contains key. Okay. You have to pass key here. Okay. This will help you to check whether that particular key is there or not. Okay. If the key is present in map or not. Present in map or not. It just returns true, false. Okay. Return true or false. Any question on this? It will return true or false, guys. Okay. Next is fifth, which is uh, get. Get is also one function. Okay. Based on key, you will get a value. Okay. Based on key, you can get value. So these functions are very important, guys. Okay, without these functions, you guys won't be able to build a map, read a map, okay, check a map, and all that. Okay, so these are very important functions. Okay, list also has few functions. Okay, list functions. Add, you have already seen. Help
So these are
to
the default
add.
functions.
Yeah, you're right. Add values. Okay. Get. Okay. Get value. Okay. This will help you to get value. You have there is one more function, guys. Uh, I guess it is delete, because just to clear the list. Okay, clean the list. Like if once you put the data, if you want to empty that list, so there is a function. Okay, which will empty the data which was inserted in the list. Okay, so that is also one of the function. Say is there is a function called contains also. ठीक है, to check if the value is there or not. Check if the value is there in map or not. Okay, so that is about contains. So yeah, these are few functions of list. Okay, so these everything this is all about the data types, guys. Okay, now we will go in coding. Okay, just to practice some of the exercises. Any question on the theoretical part, guys? Let's go with practical. So whatever we have done so far, okay, about data types, we will show that in the practical use cases. Okay, so last time we created a class and we named it as method handler and method controller. Two classes we created. We'll start with them. Okay, method controller. This was calling. So in this we saw that generic data type. Okay, this is generic data type. We can also have a string if you want to store any data in that. Okay, this is our first program. Okay, so if you see the string is always enclosed in single quotes and followed by semicolon. Okay, which will terminate that. Okay, this statement is terminated. So this is how string defines in teaser. We have to write data type first and then followed by variable. If you want to assign any value, you can assign. If you don't want, you are fine. You don't need to assign for now. String, you can have it. Name, you can have it. Okay. So generic are very straightforward. Okay. Generic are very straightforward. Okay. Okay. So this is all about generic. Okay. Generic data types. Now let's talk about S object data type. These are very important. Okay. Most of the time you guys will use S object data types. Okay. If you guys see, I'm utilizing comments in this class. Okay, the comments are nothing but it helps you to understand your code. Okay, so try to give comments in your code whenever you build a code with that. Okay, corporate world always ask you to give code. Okay, it's mandatory. As object data types, as I told you guys, custom and standard object, these comes under as object data type. Now you have to define first. Okay, to define it, account. Okay, and variable name, and so this is how you can easy define it. Okay, and now if you want to give some value, okay, I mean you want to create instance of it and then utilize it, you can feel free to create. And with duplicate variable name you cannot have it. Okay, so you can give a different name here because ACC is already there. You can give new record, new account, semicolon. Okay. So if you see, guys, we have created the particular account with an instance with com followed by colon bracket. So remember we were learning about set. Okay, set, list, map, and all that. Okay, same way as object data type are also utilized. Okay, you can define them first. Okay, once you define, now you can set the values. Okay, so now we are moving our gear, okay, uh, to this line number, exercise number 4. Okay, in fourth, if you see record creation, record updation, record deletion. So this exercise help you to create record. So now whenever you want to create a record of any object, you have to utilize the S object data types. Okay. I repeat, if you want to create a record, one or multiple records for a particular object, you would be utilizing, okay, these S object data types. Okay. So here you have defined a S object data type. Okay. And it is one S object type. So you can create one record. Okay. With the help of it. And how can you create? Okay. Now you have to, since you have created the instance, now you can use its value. I mean, you can use this instance or variable to set the values. So let's suppose if you want to send field, because you have to send field names, dot whatever field is there. Let's suppose, let's go to account. Okay. I'm going to account, guys. Okay. If I click on new button, so if you guys see here, I have all the fields available on my page layout. Okay. It's a bit slow, guys. Not sure Wi-Fi is still up or not yet. So if you see, this is a page. Okay. Here you have seen the fields. So mandatory fields are account name and industry. And I guess these are the two mandatory fields. If you want to check, you can save. If you see, account and industry are two mandatory fields. So in order to create a record, okay, you have to fill account and so you have to fill account name and the industry. So now to map them in the code, guys, you have to take the API name of the field. Okay. So you come to this, you go to fields. Okay. Account name is followed by name. This is the field name is nothing but the API name. Okay. So name dot name equals to, okay, give something like you can say your first account. Okay. Followed by semicolon. Okay. Now second field was industry, which is mandatory. So you have to search industry
So,
here.
Viren, what is ACC?
ACC is a variable.
You,
ACC, this one is a variable. Okay. ACC is
and new record is
variable. These are two. This is
new
one.
record is also
Yeah, this is one account data type. Okay. This is second account data type. I mean, these both are independent. Second account with variable name new record. This is first account. Account with the variable name this. So these are two different actually. Okay. Independent. This we have not defined in value. This is just to tell you guys you can define a variable with account and then later you can use that. Okay. This is where we are trying to create a record of account. Okay. Single record by defining the S objective type. So you have to map the mandatory fields first. Okay. Industry. Industry. Industry is a pick list. Konal Ruchi. Industry is a pick list. So you have to go to industry and pick a value from it. You cannot hard code anything. So whatever values you see here in the pick list, that only you can copy paste here. You cannot take anything extra. You have to paste any value from there. Okay. So these were the two mandatory fields you have mapped. Now let's map few more fields just for your information. In the string data type we have mapped. So we will map you can say currency. Currency is good. Annual currency field. Okay. Currency is a type of also number. So you can give like this. Okay. And similarly, when it comes to other data like checkbox, okay, this is custom field. For checkbox, guys, you can do what I told you guys, checkbox, true, false. Okay, so you have to write this true. Okay. Next is roll up summary. These you cannot do it because these are read-only fields. Read-only field you cannot map. Okay. And what else? Lookup I will teach you guys once I teach this. And apart from that, date. Let's take a date field. To map a date, okay, you have to give a type date, guys. Okay. So date could be like, if today's date you want to give system dot today. You want to give after 5 days, okay, today plus 5. You want to do letter date, letter 5, before 5 minus 5, before 30 minus 30. So with today you can manipulate it. Okay, that is one way you can give the date, guys. Okay, yeah. Apart from that, yeah, let's take this much. Okay, now if you see we have 7 errors here. Okay, so now without resolving these error, you cannot go ahead and okay, go for it. If you see, there's a new record which is new. Okay, first is 11th line, invalid account. Okay, spelling is wrong, so you have to correct the spelling. After that, I correct the spelling. If you see, all are gone. If you see, it says system. Okay, system dot today is a function, guys, so you have to use common bracket. Okay, so now if you see, till now you have defined a S object, you have mapped the field, but you have not done a database operation. Okay, so you have to do a DML operation. DML operation is nothing but insert. Okay, update is also an operation, delete, upsert. These are DML operation, guys. Okay, so you want to insert this particular record, give space, this semicolon, insert. So with this, you can insert a one record. Okay, this is complete set. Will build your one record. Okay, starting from here, then insert statement, and then new record. Any doubt, guys, here? That's how you create one record from Apex. Manually, you have created by going to new and then creating a record. This is manual and this is automation. Okay, similarly, you can create for contact also.
Okay, so after giving the values like a row, whatever the data we have, we need to first give the value. Then after we perform the insert, delete, update, whatever.
Exactly. Yeah, you are right.
Before
Because
we don't
it
need.
should map the mandatory field. Before you can give mandate, if there is no mandatory field, you can give directly insert. A blank record will be created. It's simple as you do it manually, right? If you don't give any value, if you save, it means you are inserting. Save is nothing but insert.
Okay.
Okay. So if you see two fields you need to give, so you have to map these two fields. If there were no mandatory fields, you don't even need to map any field. You can directly give insert. Okay. But insert is something which says save. Update is something which you edit and then you save. Delete is something delete button. So those button functionalities are being set here. Upsert means based on the key, you can insert or update a record. Let's suppose you want to insert. If the record is not there, you want to insert. If record is there, you want to update. So that way you will be using upsert. Okay, so now we have learned the S object data type. Okay, now I will also go for a custom object data type. Okay, so let's suppose I'll go with new brand or app. Okay, new. If you say new brand, data type is there, male, female. Then you have these fields. Okay. Now you have to map it. Okay. If you save it, which field is mandatory? Account. Okay. So you have to map the account and even type. Type should also be there because it's mandatory. And I'll go with API name. As I told you guys, you have to search API name. Okay. So first is object API name. First you have to define it, right? So to define this, give any name as a variable name. You have to give any variable name. Okay. This is defining. Now mapping field. Okay. So I'll open it. I remember variable name dot field name. So account is a master detail. It is a mandatory field, guys. So you have to map it master detail. Okay, one catch, guys. If you see here, this is a master detail field. Okay, so it means it has to map a record. Remember, guys, just focus 5 minutes and we are good. You have to map a record in this. It's a master detail. If you go to UI, you always try to search a record here and you map a record here this way. Okay, it's not a string. It's not a integer. It's not anything else. It's a S object you have to map. Okay. So this and that too, you should match the data type. Match the data type in the sense it is account ka master detail. You have to map account in this. Account you created above. Now you can map this account. But to map account, you have to map ID. ID is a field, unique field. ID is a unique field which get insert which get the values once you do a DML operation. Okay, let me write this. Okay, ID is a field which gets value after you insert a record in database. Okay, so since you have inserted the database, this record, account record, then you can get the values. And lookup field or master detail field. Lookup or master detail will always accept ID. ID. That two same type. Remember, this is very, very important. Okay. If you don't know this, you won't be able to learn the programming. You cannot move. You cannot even create one record. You have to make sure you know how to map lookup and master detail. You have to map with IDs, and that too if the record is inserted. Okay. Any doubt, guys?
Can you please repeat this last one?
Yeah, it is very important, guys. I always ask if something needs to be repeated. So you created an account. As soon as you create an account, guys, account get inserted in database. Okay. And then a ID is generated, unique ID. If you want to see the ID, this is a unique ID on the URL. This is what I'm talking about. Every record you insert, you get a ID. And here you inserted, you got ID. Now, when you are creating a brand record where master detail is there, which is mandatory, you have to map the ID. Okay. For that particular master detail field, because it only accept the ID. Okay. It's a data type is lookup, right? And master detail, they only accept the IDs. So ID of the record. So this is the ID of the record. Once you insert it, you can even hard code it. Okay. Go to account, copy the ID. You can hard code it, but that is not a best practice. Hello? Am I audible?
Wherein your internet is lagging, so you are not properly audible.
Okay, 1 second. Let me try a correct. Is it better? Is it better? Hello?
Yeah, now is better.
Okay. So I was saying about you have to map the ID. Okay. You can get the ID directly from the URL also. Okay. So here in place, here we are dynamically putting whatever record you inserted, put the ID of it. Even you can hard code it. But to hard code it, you have to give in the form of single quotes and this. So this ID will be mapped. Okay. So this is also another way, but this is not a best practice. Never hard code any ID. The reason being, if you move to next environment, if somebody delete this record, it will never be there, right? If this record is there, then only it will be a valid code. If this record is deleted, the code will become invalid. Your error, it will throw an error. It will not insert. This is how you map the IDs, okay? And after that, you do insert operation. Okay, this is how you can insert the account. Okay, any doubt, guys, so far? Okay, I take it as no. I'll go back to my exercise. So we were understanding these data types. You understood list, okay? And now when it comes to what else? Okay, list. So account, if you want to have a list of accounts, first of all, list of accounts. You will learn list also here. ACC list is a variable. You give the, remember this is what we learned in defining. You gave data type. So data type is account right now. Now you can put the values here. So let's suppose you want to insert 10 record. Okay, 10 record in one shot. Use add function. Add this. Okay. Insert we will do later. Okay, so first record you build, you have put that into the list. Now build a second record. Okay, you can keep this here. Now build, to build a second record, guys, you have to make the variable as unique. Okay, so I made it unique and I've updated this. Now I will push this into the list. Okay, now I will do a DML. So now I will able to insert two record in one shot. No multiple insert, two record, one shot. Okay, so this is how you can utilize a list. Okay, any doubt? Okay, to build a set, guys, you already seen the same format. Just define the set and put the data like add like this, Ruchi, Viren like this. Okay, you can set also, you can do like this, list you can do like this. Take a different data types, different things. Okay, now comes the map. Okay, map is important. Okay, so you define a map like this. Okay, did I told here? No, right? Defining define map. Okay, map, you have to write map. Key is also a data type. Value is also data type. Then you give it a variable. Okay, map SS mass new. Okay, this is how you can define a map, guys. Same formats, no difference, guys. It's just that the syntax varies. Okay, put function and above these functions we will utilize in code. Okay, so map, I told you guys data type, so give a string versus a string. That is one example. A string versus a string. Here you can say name by last name. Okay, equals to new map of string. Okay, so this one kind of map is this, guys. Okay, you can define more maps. Okay, I'll show you guys what all kind of maps you can define. So you can also see ID. ID is nothing but record ID. ID versus a string. Okay, you guys may use S object account versus a string. Okay, or you can say account versus contact. Okay. And name should be similar to this, account by contact. Just for corporate world names, account by contact, account versus like that. Okay. And whatever you are copying here, the same should be copied here after name. Okay. So these are few type of maps which you can see. These will store values again. These collection, these data types are helping to store the values. More complex map, you can give it as, let's suppose, name versus list of integer, like that. That is also a one kind of map, guys. Okay. You can say name by quantities. Okay. So that's how you can build. You can also go to more complex like map of ring versus history. But you guys will not going to that big levels. Okay. You guys would be doing the coding basic levels. Okay. Basic level in the sense till here max. Okay. This is rarely that somebody will go for this. Okay. Most of the programs will be resolved that way only. Okay. Don't forget to give brackets. I'll try to save my program. Whatever copied left, copied right. So that is the map, guys. Okay. Now, how can you put values in that? I remember I told you guys a put function. Okay. Put function will help you to put the data. Okay. And name by like this dot put. For list and set, we were using and for this we will use put. Okay. String like Viren versus Kunal. So this is one value, guys. Okay. Similarly, you can put multiple values. Okay. If you want, just copy, paste. Okay. Okay. You can keep giving values. So that's how you can put a map. Okay. For S object. How to give for S object? You should ask me this question also. To give data for S object, you guys have to put S object. Okay. Key is account, so you have to put account. Okay. This. So this is account. Complete record you guys have to give. Okay. Whatever you have mapped above, give complete record. New record. Similarly, contact record. Okay. Contact record we have not inserted. Okay. But here you can give the contact record. Since we have not inserted contact, I can define a contact. Empty contact. Okay. This is a one way. Okay. This is nothing but like this. Contact con equals to new contact. Okay. Just define a empty variable. You can give. Same thing, guys. Okay. I just use a shortcut. I just give directly this. It will automatically give an instance here. Or you can define it and you can give it. Anything is fine. Okay. So that is all about, your giving the values. Okay. You can, as I told you guys, you can utilize the other functions also. Okay. For the map. Let's suppose if you want to uh, get some value. Okay. Based on key. Remember get function I told you. So key is nothing but this one. So you have to give like this. This is key. Contains key. Again, it will tell you whether the data is there or not. Okay. So for that also you can utilize contains key. Here contains key. Same key you have to give. Then you also guys learned about key set like this. You also learn about the values function like this. So these are the things, guys. Okay. Now, you wanted to understand about how you will see the data. Okay. On the UI, you can say, so you can use, there is something called system.debug. System.debug. This is to print the data inside the class. Okay. I want to print a counter. This map you gave in single quotes. This is like hardcode string. And then give this. So this means you want to print this, and with this you want to print some value. Okay. So let me check. There is an error, guys. Okay, I'll give it as comma because separator is needed. Let me try to save it. Duplicate type. Okay, I'll give it a unique name. Yeah, program is saved. So this debug will help you to print, to check what data is there. So let code, I will give a debug for this. I want to see what data has came up. I want to give few more debug. Let's suppose I want to print these things. Okay. So let's suppose I want to print this and see what is there in the map. Okay. This way. And key set, whatever you want to get, you can print this. So these things you can easily print them. Okay. Keys you print, anything you can print. Okay. Similarly, you can even print this ID of the record after insertion. Okay. Now I will save it. Now I told you guys how to run a program. Okay. So let's suppose now I have to run this call ABC for this method to execute this. And so that some insertion happens for two accounts. Now there is something called an anonymous window. Open execute an anonymous window, debug, and then select anonymous window. Here, from here, you can call a Apex class. Okay, I taught you guys how to call a method, right? A static method, non-static method. So right now, this is non-static method. To call non-static method, this was the syntax. Okay, I'm copying this. Method controller, gave the variable name, and then the method name. This was a syntax for calling a method. Okay. Now you created the instance of a class. Using the instance, you are calling the method. Now you click this checkbox will open the logs. Log will be generated here. Okay, it will automatically open it. Execute or execute highlighted. Anything is fine. Execute means complete execution. Highlighted means whatever you are highlighting. So click on execute. If you see your program is executing. Okay. If there is any error, guys, it will stop here. See, it is stopped because there was some error. Line number 29. Okay. And line number 29, if I go down, cannot specify ID in the insert call. Okay, when you are inserting, so this is the error, guys. This says exception on row 0, invalid for insertion, cannot specify ID in insert call. So in insert call, I'm giving ID because insert means the ID will be generated. Okay. Insert call ID will be generated. So if you see, new record I'm inserting here, but if you see here, I've already inserted that as a part of list. As part of list, I have put this data here, and then this is already inserted. You cannot insert it twice because it will give you error that data is already there, right? You cannot do an insert again on the same record. I'll go back, I'll execute it again. I have removed that duplicate insert statement. If you see code ran, success. Previously, this was failed. Now I'll go back. Okay, there's something called debug on. Click on that. You see here, your 36th line debug was this. I'll go to 36th line. This one. Debug was for these two. If you see, this is how it was printed. Where n equals to Kona, d equals to SSS. That's how you can print a map. and this is how it will be visible. Then I printed the key set, guys. Remember? Sorry, get function. Get function will give you contact. Remember? Because contact was the key. Line number 42. 42. If you see here, get function will get the value. So value is nothing but a contact. You have put the contact as a value. So if you see, it is giving you contact. Then I printed the complete map. If you see, this is the account which you inserted. Remember, if you see, ID is auto generated. Similarly, account by contact. This is how it is there. Account equals to contact. And now, since ID is generated, you can even see live data. If you see, you created account, right? And you also created a brand. So if I go back in the object, I should be able to see those records. If you see first account, you got it, man. You see, this was the one which you guys inserted. Okay, first account. Okay, agriculture you gave as industry. You gave revenue as 1, 2, 3. Check. You gave it above. This you created 2, right? You inserted 2 in the list. So 2 came. 2 came back to back. 1 and 2. And you inserted one new brand record. Let me check. Okay, yeah, brand was inserted. I'll check. See, there is a brand inserted. It gave you ID because we did not map the name field. If you see, only we mapped account field, right? So only account field will be mapped here. You see, this is that account field which is mapped. Type is mapped because it was a default value. So that is how you will build such records. Okay. So we will learn about update and delete. Okay. Delete, we can do it. So if you see, you have inserted it. If you want to delete anything, you can even mention delete brand. So once you insert it, it will also delete it at the same time. You insert here, you delete here. For deletion, ID is mandatory. ID is mandatory to delete. To delete and even update. Okay. So that is all about today's class, guys. Okay. Just go through this class 2, 3 times, okay, to get most of the details. Today, we have completed the data types. Okay. We have also seen basic this record creation. Okay. Updation, deletion, we will keep learning when we were having this. Okay. And probably tomorrow I will teach you guys SOQL before all these topics. Okay, I'll move this topic as first. Okay. Okay, guys. That's all for today. It was a bit longer class, but yeah, it is helpful.